Okay, hello everybody. My name is Master Thompson, 7th Dan Murukwon Taekwondo black belt. Getting a lot of comments from national team members, from Karate world, Kung Fu world, and Taekwondo world, and they're all asking what I thought was the best shoe. And my student here told me it might be a good idea. Her name is Miss Kristen. She's 2nd Dan Murukwon Taekwondo. Been with me 13 years, right? 13
yes, sir.
years. Okay. And she mentioned that this might be a good video education for shoes because these are my shoes, and I never thought I'll be making a shoe YouTube, but it seems like we're gonna have fun. Okay. These are shoes. These are my shoes, and I'll tell you, I started 1977. Adidas, we'll cover shoes here, but Adidas was always the brand. 1977, if you wore Adidas, it's like rich or just high quality. So if you had Adidas, there's like big shot shoe. The alternative to that was Kung Fu shoe. Of course, my size was different in 1977, but the Kung Fu shoe is always a beautiful shoe, inexpensive, very comfortable, and it's a nice shoe. The Adidas, very expensive at the time. I didn't see myself wearing this, and I did not because it's too expensive. So mom said, get a job. So I got paper out. 10 years old, bought my own Kung Fu shoe. I was able to afford the rubber bottoms after a couple years. These are cotton. I used to buy from a lady called Miss Mary Lynn, and she owned a gift shop, all martial arts. Had beautiful dishes and china, all weapons, and then the shoes. And to wear these Kung Fu shoes to my school, I felt very cool because you had to look. You have to have the look as a martial artist. Okay, and then, well, I didn't rehearse this. I'm just gonna go through and talk through and tell you about the shoes. This is Adidas Kung Fu shoe. This is a Tusa. Tusa is a fairly new brand for Taekwondo, maybe about 13 years old. These are wooden sandals. I like to wear wooden sandals to keep feet conditioned, callous. It's good, okay. And then these are multiple variety Adidas shoe with a plastic Adidas shoe with a plastic in the middle. And this is the new style color that they have. We'll cover a little bit more. This is a Quan shoe. There's a Quan high top shoe. I was interested on how it feels, and I'll tell you how it does. And this is an older model of Quan shoe. We'll cover these too. These are all my shoes, very old. These are like a Kung Fu style Shaolin shoe, very comfortable, a lot of rubber on the bottom. And this is the different color of those shoes. Now what I'm gonna do real quick here, is supposed to be 8-minute video because of attention span. Even though you're adult, you don't like somebody talking about shoes. I'm gonna give you, with all of my years experience, I'm gonna tell you which one is comfortable for walking, which one simply looks cool and has no effect on kicking, and which is the kicker shoe. Which one's a kicker shoe? You cannot have comfort and have a kicker shoe at the same time. They don't pivot correctly. The more rubber you have, the more looseness in the shoe, the less faster you're gonna be on your kicks. The more less rubber you have, the more tighter feel, uncomfortable almost, or the fastest kicking shoe. The most comfortable are not the fastest kick. In the past, my Taekwondo national team members, they only wore the shoes that were somewhat uncomfortable, not comfort shoes, because they would be useless kicking outside on the concrete. Okay, if you're, we won't cover if you should wear shoes on the inside or not. Okay, that's a whole different subject. You listen to your master, what he says, that's a rule. Okay, so let me show you the shoe here. I'll sit up a little bit so you can see. Okay, why don't you come back here like this is a counter.
Yep.
Okay, this is unrehearsed. Okay, this shoe here is number 1.
Yep.
The Adidas low profile shoe. You see the right here? The very, very thin posture rubber right here is what gives you the fast pivoting point, okay? They even have a pretty little thing here. This symbolizes where the ball of your foot is, but really, if you know how to pivot, you're not circling, pivoting on here. This is just pretty cool because when you see this, you know that you're a martial artist. Whether it's karate, kung fu, kempo, jiu-jitsu, all the styles, karate. I don't want to announce all of them, then I have to talk about everything, but all martial arts. I am Taekwondo master, but all martial art styles, this shoe is for you. It's not just a Taekwondo shoe. Okay, let me give you an example. I'm going to cover performance. The smaller the rubber on the bottom, the faster you're going to be. The more thinner it is right here means you're not going to have weight and sloppiness. Not really sloppiness, I should take that back. Room right here, okay? So this one here I consider the fastest, but the only downfall is this one flips up here. So if you can, one of my shoes over there has a big broken lip right here. They don't last very long right here at all because it's very thin rubber. And by you pivoting fast like this here, it almost melts. Okay, so you'll see right here, this will rip in a matter of 4 months of training on a national team. But what you do is you just get some super glue, you glue it together, and you're good. So I'm going to leave this here as a reminder. Okay, this Quan shoe right here, it's very comfortable if you go to the movies, but as you can see, it's very, it has a lot of room right here. A lot of room compared to this one. This is very tight. This right here, this shapes your foot 100% like your foot should be. But going to the movies, your feet are like this. They're together the whole time. So if I was going to go to the movies, I would choose this one. Look at all the room here, a lot of air. A lot of air. But for kicking, I noticed that I had a lot of move in the feet. And here, my foot would almost come out and I have to readjust it, regardless of your size. I don't recommend this for high-speed, roundhouse kicking, spin chagi, 540s, 360s, because it can come off. But for normal kicking, side kick, and one-step side kick, it's a very comfortable shoe because of these sides right here. It's very cushiony, very comfortable. To wear socks on this, you feel like you're in heaven. You cannot wear socks in these because you barely can get them on and off. Here, this is the most durable Taekwondo shoe ever made, okay? And I've had lots of shoes. Because of this shoe, it is very thin on the bottom, but this plastic right here, it just seems to make everything rugged. You can wash these, you can kick with these, they last forever. This is very old and it's still, I can still wear it. These will never come undone. This tip right here, I've done kicking trees with these here. I've never could get these to break apart here. They're very comfortable, but they're tighter than this one. So if you're going to the movies or taking your girlfriend, boyfriend, however, this is comfortable. It's very comfortable. This is more performance comfort, but durable. So I would call this one the most durable, comfort, and functional one. If we backtrack to these here, not the most comfortable, not the most durable, but the extreme most fastest shoe. So if I was on national team, comfort and long lasting is not on my mind. I want to be able to hang out with other team members and perform well in front of the masters. Okay, so and this one here, this is just another color, okay? It's exact same feel. Actually, the gray ones here, now that I have the gray ones here, the gray ones are a little bit thicker. There's a new version gray Adidas shoe, the Adidas with the middle here. They're a little bit thicker for some reason. The black ones are more thinner. These are just more thicker. Don't know why, but that's what I found out. They must have put the back material here into the front on these, because look how thin it is. You can see the difference. This is both my shoe. Quan will do next. Otomics is a they've been around for like 30 years. They make high-end squat shoes, weightlifting shoes, and then they got into the martial art market. So Quan makes a shoe that is fancy, and you can go to the gym and do most of the kicks. The rubber bottom, I don't like it for pivoting. So it's not that I don't like the shoe, but it has a lot of extreme grip. This kind of rubber is the kind that really sticks. So if you're gonna play basketball, out of all these shoes, you can do a Taekwondo basketball shoe. So this beige brown kind of here is very grippy. So if I'm kicking on a floor or outside, I'm gonna feel a hesitation like this here. And they're medium loose. Medium loose meaning this is extreme loose, very comfortable. Your feet won't get sweaty in these. But this one here with high top, it's very good to support you for squats. But I would say for round kick and spin kick, the same thing. This would not feel good because I can't rotate my ankle. But for side kick, one-step side kick, yes, flying side kick. But as soon as you get into extreme lifting jump kicks, there's just a lot of material. But still a beautiful shoe. All of these are beautiful shoes. But this one, I would say if you wear some fancy sweat outfit and you go downtown and you want to look cool, everyone knows Atomic shoes or Otomic shoes, they're very expensive. So if you wear these, you can wear a watch and you can look cool. Okay, so these are expensive, but you know, worth the money. So before then, they had the Quan shoe like this here. This is an earlier version, about 10 years ago. Look at the padding in here. The padding right here is like having two pillows on each side of your feet. Very, very comfortable. And again, we're gonna go back to here. These can almost give you blisters on the back of your feet because you wear bare feet. You don't wear socks with these. So you can develop blisters back here, but you know, of course, as you become higher rank, your feet are very conditioned and you'll blister the shoe before your own skin. But these, look at all the padding here. It's like having an inner tube around. I would say out of all these shoes, the earlier version, this one here, has the most ring padding. When you put these on here, instant relaxation. The pivoting here is not too bad. It has a thinner profile here, so I found that on spinning, it spins fast, but still all this padding here, my heel will come out, okay? The only one that comes close to this one is this one here. But this one, my heel would come out more than the Adidas. This one holds me a little snugger, but still when you get into those extreme fast whipping kicks, the 360s and the 540s and the 720s, it just can't hold on. This one will hold on to your feet like glue. And then here, these here, I would say for the Taekwondo world, you probably, some of you never seen these before. Maybe you have, but I would say most have not. The karate world hasn't seen much of these either, but these are Shaolin Kung Fu. They're very comfortable here. When I wear these shoes, it just feels like I have a tire around my bottom of my feet, like a thick tire. If you have a car and you have low profile, cool looking tires, your car is gonna ride rough no matter what. If you got a lot of rubber on your tire, it's gonna be very smooth. Look at all the rubber on this one here. And this has a built-in middle bar, about an inch long, about an inch wide, that goes all the way through. It's designed to do stomping horse stances, 180 horse stances, flying side kick. They stay on very, very well. For side kicks, they stay on very well. Axe kicks and crescent kicks especially, crescent kicks, if you know crescent kick, they stay on very, very well because they have this tight formation of strings here. For spin kick, they feel a little different because they're very wide right here. So when I spin with these, I feel like I just have a lot of flat foot. Those of you know you're supposed to hit with your heel. If I go with a flat foot, more sports style, it just feels floppy on the end. But for flying side kicks and crescent kicks, I would say out of all these shoes, except for this one, this is the #1 overall. These Adidas thin line on the bottom, these are called Aqua Shoes. They don't make them no more. I think I have the last 8 pair in the entire world because I found the store in California and I got all of them. Okay, so just joking, but I do have all of them, okay, because these are my favorite, and the other 9 of them are in the box, and I'll wear these out in about 1.5 years and then give them to a student and then get my other ones. But these, extreme comfort. It has 10 times the rubber that all these have here. When you wear these, they're heavy. So when you land, these are Quan shoes also, but also if you look under Kung Fu magazines, they changed the name. There's a Chinese name for it that's original, but Quan bought their shoe and put their name. But these are from the 70s. They're very, very, you'll never wear this out. You'll wear the bottoms out like an old tire and these will never come apart. Okay, you'll just wear them out. But these, boy, crescent kicks and flying side kick and just walking with them because of the strings, they're very extremely comfortable, and it's a canvas material. It's canvas like that. Okay, and they come in black also. So I'm starting to sound like a salesperson. So I'm not selling the shoes, I'm giving you advice. This is my advice from the 70s and 80s, long time. Okay, right now it's 2020. Okay, so we're doing this video July 2020 for history. So again, gonna just recap real good. Out of all these, which one's your favorite?
The Adidas, sir.
You like these?
Yes.
Okay. How about these?
Both of them.
Both of them. So she has the Adidas legs. Did you notice how long they last?
Long time.
You can, I don't know, as a salesperson, salesperson's a very valuable job, but they would have to sell it. And you can kick them, stomp them, bite them, and chew them, and they don't break apart. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Sound
sir.
like a country guy?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, good, okay. So I have to joke around a little bit. I'm a full traditional martial artist, and my time is no words. I train with Lao Kia. Okay, well, how about I do a little advertising? How can they pull up my website?
Just go to thompsonstaekwondo.com.
ThompsonTaekwondo.com. I have demos, right?
Yes, there's demos.
Yeah. She's the designer. Okay, so here, recap here. The very best shoe, Adidas shoe. These also, we're missing one pair. Can you grab my one by the door? Okay. So Adidas, whether they're the Aqua shoe or Adidas, they're the original from the 80s. Very, very thin. When they're thin like this, an extreme thin rubber, and always look for the thin in the middle. The wider this is, the slower you are. The more thinner this is here, this part here, the more thinner, the faster, because it comes up. Okay? And then these are the ones I wore today. This is the original before this one. They still make these, but the original Taekwondo shoe, they have these right here. And these are just a regular Olympic Taekwondo shoe back in the day, but this is martial art shoe also. But you can see here, it's also very, very thin. You see the thinness? But this is extreme thin. These Aqua shoes are just extremely fast, but I don't want to talk too much about them because you can't get them. Okay? But you can get these. So just look for a normal looking shoe like this here, but you can see the rubber, how when the rubber is small and you have just a little bit of leather coming out, they're really fast. These here have a lot on the side here. So the wider the material is compared to the rubber, the more comfortable and slower the shoe. So you can't have it all. If you want maximum speed, thin rubber, thin, tight material. I have to put these on with like a shoehorn, you call it, and they're very tight, okay? When they're slip-ons and you can start kicking the back end like that, you're gonna lose speed and be comfortable, okay? To kick with sandals on is a whole nother story. Those of you that are black belts know, to kick on with sandals, you have to use your foot position to hold on to these so they don't fly out. Kung Fu is the absolute original before all of these here. You can kick in these, but you can't do extreme kicking because they're loose like a sock. But they're very good for traditional sides and fronts and X kicks, okay? So we'll put this in the middle right here. Okay, and then this one here is the most durable shoe ever made. This will last 10 years. This will last 10 times longer than any of these shoes on the board. The canvas will come close, but the rubber will wear out. This is a black rubber that comes from real tires on cars. And the plastic in the middle, it's a really good design. So, but still has the looseness here. But this would be second place. So let me reverse a little bit. First place, ultimate speed. Second place, ultimate speed. Okay. Here, third place, Tusa, ultimate speed. Atomics would be fourth because of the comfort and the gym / martial art. And then these here are just a variety of crescent and stomping horse stance shoes. Good for pumse, kata, and Chinese forms. Okay. And then the Kung Fu is just something on the side. I didn't want to put these out, but I thought I'll show you just the absolute original. This is all you can get in the 70s. And then about 78, 79, Adidas went from their soccer shoes to Taekwondo shoes. Okay? So I hope you enjoy all this here. That's my very best on talking about shoes. It's very good. I don't wear normal shoes. I just wear martial arts shoes. Okay. So you have any comment?
No, sir.
None? Okay, good. Okay, enjoy your shopping. Maybe you can look up Aqua Shoes and find them. Otherwise, enjoy your shopping and buy all the shoes. You're a martial artist. Just buy them all for variety. Okay? Okay, ready? Oh, take one.